Welcome back, survivors, to 7 Days to Die, New Beginnings, Episode 3, Console Edition. Well, I'm just gonna keep whacking away with this club. Try to get the pummel up a little bit here. Skill up. Hiding, like the good old days. You're gonna hide away up in the attic, and hopefully no zombies will notice you. Making a ton of racket. Like the minute I open a container, they'll be all over me. But I can whack at a wooden railing all night, and nothing. Knock on wood. No pun intended. I'm hoping that doesn't awaken any zombies. I got a few arrows, and I could probably take one or two. Depends. I'm really rusty still. Keep crafting these shovels, man. Eventually, maybe I'll get it up to 100. I'm shooting for 100. If I can get it over 100, I'm cool with that. That's a good amount of block damage, and that'll be good with me. Do this for the remaining of the night. Last episode I was talking quite a bit about mechanics and whatnot from the soon to be updated console version, and then this version. So good and bad both ways, Kind of keep going at this till there's no more railing left. It's getting really close, though. I'm gonna peek out and do a little explore. See what's out there. Big old world out there. I can hang out in the desert like a desert rat, but I feel like it's time. It's time to leave the safety blanket of the desert and head on into the real world. Find my roots. This should help out a bit. So, main goal, cooking pot, forge, or even just forge would be fine. Or cooking pot, or I don't know, place with a lot of cans and a good water source. I'm cool with that. Maybe find a hoe. I don't need a forge. I'd be cool with just a hoe and a cooking pot. I don't know. I'm praying that's what I get. But I'll probably hug the desert just in case, cooking pot, if I find a building, like a hotel or whatever, it can be kind of deadly in there, only because there's so many containers to loot. And by the way, if you want to get your scavenging up, I remember that was the go-to. I think this game edition, or the where it's at right now for console, if you just go scavenging, you don't need to worry about pretty much anything. If you find one of those buildings, you loot every floor, every apartment. Your scavenging will be up to at least quality Joe 1. You'll definitely have found a cooking pot, and you'll definitely have found quite a bit of canned food. It's a little deadly, though, because you're opening so many containers, all the cupboards and toilets and medicine cabinets, all that stuff. Definitely attracts zombies, just opening any container, but that was definitely, I can never pass that up. I remember as soon as I saw that, it was just okay, I swear I'm going to loot that whole thing. So that's why four-way stops are so great at the beginning, especially on the random gen, One thing you don't really find with Naviskane, I think for looting up, early game, I think the easiest but still was really tough in a way at the beginning was doing the Dyersville, I think that's what it's called, the big town. All the houses. The only problem with that is that it didn't spawn too nasty, but it did have dogs. You're guaranteed to find at least 4 or 5 dogs when you go in as a pre-clear. Um, and there are some spider zombies as well. But at the beginning, I think later on it probably gets a little worse. I know when you go up into the plains, I guess they call it, so between like desert and the grasslands, where you still got the cactus nubs and all that. That town, Parishville, was it Parishton? I think that's what it's called. That one I'll have like ferals, if I remember correctly. That's also a good one for upping that rank and just like how tight those buildings are. I never really got into the Wasteland town on console for Naviscane. I always like had my loot respawn timer go. By the time I was done, I just kind of pansied out and went for the, back up to Parishton or whatever to loot or redo the hospital again or all that stuff. I really only played on console. Majority-wise was on random gen anyway. But when I was last playing, I think the last time I did play was, I think it was like, or at least plugged it in and played, was 2020 on Valencia Seed that I did that base tour and intro showcase. The one that was kind of duplicating the my original base design. It didn't have like a 3-tier spike pit, only because you get experience from killing zombies, so there's really no need for all that. In fact, having no spikes at your pit is probably optimal as far as like the looting and the maximum experience, because you're doing all the killing. But I like spikes. Makes me feel good, Well, my tools are up there now. It's looking good. Alright. Yeah, it's about morning now. See what kind of bow I can craft here. Oh, it's a good club. So the bow will be nice. Alright. But pills will sell, or I can probably use them. They're not as necessary as an Alpha 21, where you could get concussion and you have to take the pills in order to like lower the time. I would take the meat for the, but this is just one. I mean, I'll probably find something to kill right after I walk out, but oh well, Let's grab some of the main things. The NVGs, I don't know why I'm keeping them. They sell for a lot, I guess that's it, but they are really kind of useless. The armor isn't as good as on the shades, so I'll take them. I'll leave a lot of this here because I could probably maybe I'll scrap scum. Should I even do that, or yeah? I mean, I could just scrap the shovel and remake it. There's a lot of little things I remember like doing to save that space, like scrapping one of the tools, as long as it's like not iron or steel, of course, but to make that room. God, I don't know if I should scrap all that metal. Probably should. That's one extra space, but no. Yeah, the scrap scumming. I'm sure everybody knows this, but as long as you don't have like a slot with the broken down brass or metal or lead, the actual raw form of it, uh, you scrap it and it's in your little, as you can see right there, the little crafting. You have the 4 slots. It won't be able to break it down until you have that free spot. So as long as you don't open up a free spot or you have the broken down metal, it'll keep making that clicking that there's no more room, but it'll still keep in that queue. And then when you do find a container, on all those doorknobs or brass candlesticks or whatever, once you find a container where you're gonna kind of unload at, you can go to that queue and hit X and cancel it. It'll drop them on the ground, but they'll be in bags on the ground at your feet. Then you just go to the container and drop off really quick, like the 4 slots that you had used up worth of just whatever items you had, and then pick everything up off the ground. That's how you kind of do that little extra bit for the hoarders like myself out there that are new to the game. Okay, I think I'll just leave that hole in the middle of the cabin. I won't even put a trap door on it. Break a leg when I forget, come back. But let's go check this out. See what we got here. Need to focus and not ramble too much here. Chow up. Don't need too much. I might need that room. Keep a little space in your tummy empty in case I do have to use it to run or gain back some stamina. We'll see. I'll eat quite a bit here. I don't really need it early game. I mean, they only run at night and they're not, nightmare damage or whatever. Let's do that. Eat as much as I can. Clear up a space. And that way I'll have, full slots of yucca that I have open there, and I'll be full somewhat. There we go. See, that opened a space right there. I should have done that. Oh well. What do you do? Let's make a few more. Alright, let's see what's in here. God, I'm getting really unlucky with finding stuff. There's a lot of empty cars and trash bags. More than I usually remember. Maybe it's just my RNG. Let's keep going on that yucca. Ow! Man. Brutal cactus. Gotta be on top of my situational awareness here. Love to take out the little creeper nubs, the one that you can barely see poking out of the ground. Those are always the ones that get you. Alright. Do I have enough? I don't know. Okay, let's give this guy a little bit of a... Yeah. You're gonna give me problems, aren't you? Miss! There we go. I got a little bit of knockdown. There we go. I think that was the last of the iron arrows, so at least that's gone. Chop them up. Or scoop them up. There we go. I wasn't going to do that. Why am I... Doesn't really give you anything more, I don't think. I think it's just completely random. Haven't seen a bone yet, so... What I really need is a bone. See, I've got close to an amount of leather and got the pipes, so I can make a forge pretty easy. But a cooking pot and a bone would be fantastic. But this guy, yeah, the shovel gives some return on those. Let's see how the shovel works on this guy. Actually, I did quite a few playthroughs. Shovel OP, you know. Once you, I can't remember on console. I think on console it's probably about the same. But on PC, you up your minor 69er, and the entity damage goes up as well. Not as much as the block damage, of course, but it goes up pretty high. And I think they had to nerf it actually in the last couple alphas. I think it was like Alpha 19. It was really OP. I would take a shovel and put all the mods on the shovel. It's like the damage increase mods. You could put like a flaming mod or whatever, but get a steel shovel and it literally pops heads right off zombies. I mean, like, at least one out of 2 headshots will pop their head right off. Usually, it seemed like every single one. They were pretty much up there with the ridiculous blunderbuss nerf before the blunderbuss nerf. The blunderbusses. I can't remember. Maybe that was. I think that was Alpha like 18 or. But that was ridiculous as well. Yeah, I can't remember who figured that out first. It might have been Grand. It was not. I think there's a Spartan that does console, but there was one on PC called like Grand Spartan, and I think he still does all like 7 days content on there. Yeah, I think he was the one that figured that out. But you just load, or at least the one that kind of broadcasted it that I found out about was you put 4 blunderbusses on your tool belt, and they're all loaded with a single shot, and you know how long it takes to like reload a blunderbuss, but seeing how the blunderbuss would literally explode heads, like as long as you got a good aim, they're like a heavy duty shotgun, that you would just have 4 shots before you had to reload. So with the 4 shots, you could literally, if you have a decent aim, and it also they pierced, so it was like if you got them in a line, you could like with 1 shot kill like legitimately 4 zombies. They're ridiculous. And this guy's gonna give me problems. So damn tanky. There we go. Whoa. Pistole. Oh great. Now what do I got to get rid of for this? Crazy. Shit. That's rough. I hate that. Just get rid of it. Yeah. I mean, it's a pistol and ammo. I'll probably end up needing that at one point. So, these damn logs, man. Here we go. I'll be a goober. I just can't do it. I can't give up those goggles and that rotten meat, man. I'll be back one day. Who knows? I'll open the stump up and have a little extra treat when I do it. Did he disappear? Did we? I need a bone, goddammit. Give me a goddamn bone. Oh, he still has a sandwich. I forgot about that. No bone. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Sandwiches, you never know. I might need them later on. I'll keep them in a stump. Go with a rotten meat. Alright. I'll never be back here. Check this house out. Hopefully it'll have a cooking pot. What we got? Bird nest. Yeah, let's get some of that in there. I'm not gonna move. I'm just too pansy. I can't. I should just keep moving, you know. Go towards closest to that trader or closest to Hub City as I can. Can't really. I'm trying to look out here and see what all's there. Looks like just desert and desert. So I might just shack up at this place for tonight and kind of work on my skills a little bit more. Nice view to show up. There we go. Work on my bow skill a little bit. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Night night, sweet prince. Always come down and try to pick up the arrows. So used to that garbage. It's nice to do it though. Alright, chop you up. Give you a bone. Just a bone. That's all I need, man. Just one bone. Oh, you got some fat. That's okay. I'll take the fat. Guys, thought I heard something. There's a car down there. Did I loot that car? I don't know if I looted that car or not. Could use a mining helmet as well. Ah, that's the sound. That was the sound. I knew I heard you. Crawling around. Doing your thing. Well, swing and a miss. There we go. There we go. Took your pants. Check you poo. God damn. Oh, it's a bummer. Oh well. Tell you one thing I don't miss is the goddamn snakes from Alpha 21. Those things just crawling through the grass. You hear them, but you don't know where they're at. Sometimes you don't even hear them. You start like taking damage and you're not knowing why you're taking damage. You're like, what the hell? Why am I taking damage? You're like running around looking for the zombie and you run out on the road and there it is. There's a snake. And it's like, oh man. Hitbox is so tiny. You know, you gotta either have a shotgun or really good aim or just kind of be able to run in there and hit them with a club really quick. Do good snake meat though. Snake meat and leather. I mean, can't beat that. Kind of looking. Ooh, that's not the same place. It's a whole new place. I'll have to check that out. That might have a cooking pot too, but we'll check this place.
Oh my god!
Nice. That is unreal. What are the odds? Oh my god, it has a freaking forge. Of course now I'm gonna stay here. Oh man. That changes a lot of things. That changes a bit of things. I think I can make a cooking pot. I'm pretty sure I can make a cooking pot. All that metal I scrapped. Oh well. It's the journey. It's not the ending, you know. Like it's all about the journey. Let's go in here. Now if I find a cooking pot with the forge in here, oh my god. It's a redunkaduck, man. This is my place. You bet your ass I'm gonna make a door for this place. Kind of fortify this up a little bit. It's like old times. God, I forgot all about the forge houses, man. I mean, I guess they weren't so rare on console, but they seem pretty darn rare on PC. Alright, doors on there. Gotta remember to put down my sleeping bag here. No cooking pot on the counter, but hey, who knows, maybe inside the oven? Yep. Wow, a lot of empty. I mean, hell, I can't complain. I've already gotten more than enough. So a couple tin cans I'm fine with. More tin cans. Oh yeah, bathroom. Forgot about the bathroom. Oh hey, murky water. A little bit more pills that I'll probably end up selling at a trader, which will be good. Alright, yeah, let's kind of work on this a little bit. It's not night, so I don't really need it too much, but get this set up right now. For now. Can't remember how boards work here as far as like the wandering ones. I don't think they're too intense, you know, especially when they're walking. Even for a novice such as myself at this time. I'm getting a little bit better. I'm starting to get the feel back of the controller, and everything's kind of coming back to me, you know. Tell you what, man, I miss this alpha version, this like back in time. The something about the simplicity but also the complexity, like, you know, gun parts versus the only thing you find in the new alpha is just the full gun, which makes it simpler and less like frustrating, I guess, in certain ways. But I like the gun parts, man. I love the like finding the last like cylinder piece for your 44 Magnum, or the stock for your sniper rifle. You know, to complete that weapon. So you had to have a chance, you know, early on to possibly get it, or it might take, you know, quite a long playthrough before you complete a certain weapon that you want to use. The whole combination system too. I love that actually. It's kind of like doesn't make a lot of sense when it came out, but holy crap, like combine your items all the way up to 600. You know, you get a workbench and you can have level 600 tools by just like spam crafting your tools, leveling that up, and then combining it all to give you a 600 axe and shovel. Knock on wood, I hope the next, like, the first town I find it hopefully has a passing gas with a workbench. From what I read, the towns there are some. It sounds like they're somewhat close together, and most of them are in a good or an easier zone, like the Greenlands or plains or desert and forest. But wasn't entirely sure what they said as far as like where, you know. We'll be able to make nails and make storage crates. Oh man, it's gonna be great. I'm telling you, man, that and then the hoe. Get the hoe, I can start growing my own yucca. I don't need to like punch on these cacti anymore. It'd be so nice. Now I just need to hunt down some, potato seeds. Maybe some coffee beans or something like that. Really up the game there. I think the forest gives goldenrod, and then the greenlands give the chrysanthemum. I think the chrysanthemum is from that, but yeah, chrysanthemum, you get that and you're pretty much ready to go, man. I mean, goldenrod's great too, but the chrysanthemum is good for the hot weather. I'm gonna have to deal with this. Oh man, I'm thinking this is cobble. This has got to be like cobblestone strength, right? This isn't flagstone strength. I could be wrong. I forgot what the durability ratios are. I'll have to look that up again or test it. Probably flagstone. I'm barely doing any damage to this tree. We'll do this, get some seeds, plant some more trees, make an iron axe. I mean, once I could make some decent tools. It's kind of nice just to be able to repair what I have with stone. See where we got. There we go. There we go. Be nicer to this planet than I think I have with the real life planet that I'm in. Replant some trees here. Right, yeah, I remember this. Like, the whole base of this house also was just like all stone. So I think in like one of my like playthroughs back in the day, so this was my favorite house. I mean, like, the junkyard was really cool too, but it was so big. But this house, remember one playthrough I did where it's like I chopped out the stairs and the deck there. I chopped the stairs out of that, but then I made a moat below that. So it was like it wasn't all the way down, but I remember the base of this kind of goes a little further into the ground, so it was still that cobblestone structure below, but they had no possibility of getting up to attack, and just had spikes in there, and I just put some cobblestone frames up and shoot down. I don't know if I'll do that this round. I do need to dig some dirt, but mostly just clay, and I don't think I'll be staying here as well. Like, not forever. We'll see. Maybe it is a good spot. Who knows? Maybe I'm close to a town and a trader. We'll see. But if not, probably the first time I find a wrench, I'll be back to pry that up and bring it with me, or I'll have the components to make a new one. So far, I kind of feel nice. This is like a really good spot. I mean, you're kind of like right here. It looks like it's just like a little island of forest, though, like in a sea of this desert. So it's kind of a weird spot. It's almost kind of I don't know. It's kind of special, Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'll stick it out here. Like I said, I was thinking about doing that playthrough with what is it? The first house you live in, you find where you are able to make a forge or cooking pot and have a water source, and then never leaving that and not going beyond like 100 blocks or so playthrough. This would have probably worked. I mean, what is this second house I've found, and pretty much have the ability to do it because I got the yucca. I don't really have a water source that I've noticed yet, but I do have the yucca, and I can make a hoe, and I can just keep growing yucca and survive here pretty much indefinitely. Pop these rocks here. try not to edit it too much, like I said in the past videos. You know, like when I'm creating it, I'll kind of like breeze through the video and do little edits, you know, add some quirky sound effects or whatever. But there's a few parts where I'm like looking at, I'm like, holy crap, it's a long time of just doing this right here, what I'm doing. You know, cracking that one safe open or digging a pit. I just like, I can't help it. I've got to like speed it up, just for me to watch, you know. But if you're watching this and you like listening to me ramble while I'm doing this for a long time, let me know and I'll cut that out and I'll just keep going like normal speed of it. But I figure like this will speed it up a little bit, you know, the playthrough, without like sacrificing content, stuff that you guys already know. I mean, digging is pretty much it. It's kind of just digging, but I don't know, it could be fun. Zone out. I'd zone out doing it. I think that's one of my favorite things about like this game. I played Minecraft for a little while. I think a lot of people have. And it's the same thing. I think the only thing in Minecraft that I really enjoyed was just mining, really. I just zone out and do mining. It was kind of like one of those things where, like, if I wanted to relax and stress out, get stress-free, I just keep mining in a circle. I didn't really... I mean, I made some builds and stuff, but it wasn't really why I played it. It wasn't, like, fully the kind of game that I enjoyed. Whereas, you know, like 7 Days is what the quote-unquote adult Minecraft. It's pretty much the same. Not as much. I do enjoy building a lot more, and of course the mechanics of the zombies and all that. It's fantastic. Looting, you know. All that combined is really fantastic, but I do have like some playthroughs where I just like to zone out just mining. Like I way back in the day did a few of those where you know, like I think like that first world that I showed in my base tours, I didn't say anything or put any text up as far as like some of the tunnels that I showed you, but like a couple of them, especially where that desk was, with that one tunnel past, not where the mini bike was that goes up to the surface, but the one big tunnel too wide. That one, I believe that goes all the way past the hub city. It not only goes into the hub city and goes up into like some of the shops, if I remember correctly, but it goes all the way to the desert. And it is like it's one of those mini bike like runs. I'm sure it's not the longest, but holy shit, it is it's a lot of tunneling. Like we're talking just spending a full like 7 days at a time with 120-minute days just mining straight until it was horde day and running back, doing horde and going back and doing that. Let's see if we can get this guy. Now, is this the same deer or am I losing my mind here? Okay. Yeah, it didn't. I don't remember it being like this close. Let's see if we can get a bone from this bad boy. Give me the bone. I mean, how lucky can I be? I mean, I got a deer and I got a bone. Yes. So I got my shiv. Pretty much got everything that I want except for like a mining helmet now. I mean, holy crap. It's pretty damn fantastic. Alright. Wait a minute. There was two! Oh my god. Look at that. Oh man. That's so good. Be making bacon and eggs before the night's end. See, you always be worrying, and it always comes through. Eventually. Things happen. I mean, I feel like this one was pretty damn lucky, you know? All things said, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not random where you spawn on the random gen maps, if I remember correctly. But man, it's nice. Like desert spawn, close to this house, or close-ish. Haven't died yet. Not starving or thirsting out. It's good stuff, man. Now I'm just happy. I mean, I'd be really happy with a mining helmet and really happy with maybe like a jar of honey or something, but got the, the airdrops are on, so once an airdrop hits, then go get that. Alright, let's get this guy rolling here. Got some clay. Pop that on. Let's see here. Cold beer hair. I mean, I know everybody who plays 7 Days knows about Neebs Gaming, that watches YouTube pretty much, but love that when he thinking they're let's say alpha. I think it was alpha like 16 going in when they first got paint, and Astro gets a hold of the paintbrush and he's figured it out, and he's like, cold beer hair, cold beer hair. He paints the whole damn wall with cold beer signs. I think that was the first thing I did when the first paint came out. I was like, holy shit, I can paint cold beer on everything. I just painted on everything, so when I watched that episode, I was like laughing. So I watched that. I think I didn't watch Neebs Gaming until, God, I don't know, probably like, say like maybe Alpha 18-ish. I was kind of flipping back and forth. I first watched them on playing Ark, and I didn't know they had done. And Ark was pretty fun to watch them, but I didn't know they had done the 7 Days, and I checked that out, and I was like, oh man! So I watched all those. Really good. No console, of course. They were just doing PC, but it's fun if you're playing on a console. Even though they're playing like further along the alphas, you should really watch them. It's pretty funny. I mean, just in general, watching the Neebs Gaming is a pretty darn good channel. Now, remember for console, like, because I only did Twitch, so I streamed on Twitch for quite a few years. So this is like, not quite a few, but I was like about 2 years, a little over 2 years, and I grew the channel pretty good. It was pretty much 7 days, and I did it mostly off of the console. Of course, none of the videos I saved because I was goober and didn't upload them to YouTube. But real life issues came up. I had to stop doing that, which was sad because I had a pretty good community for a small one, but a pretty good small community for what I was doing. But I remember one other creator when he stopped as well, and he still stopped. But he did console. I don't know if anybody remembers this guy, but he was pretty popular too for 7 Days to Die. But it was Smoking Aces. Smoking Aces, and it was on PlayStation. In fact, I have him on my friends list still. But he played the same time I started playing pretty much. He had, and what was ridiculous about his play was he had this Navsgain map. So he started playing basically when I started, right when it came out on console. But what he did was he started playing on Navsgain. He never stopped playing on Navsgain. So he played non-stop all the way from when it came out all the way up to that first and, of course, last major update, which was quite a long time. And he played every day, streamed every day on Twitch. And let me tell you, man, this guy had played the hell out of Navsgain. He had like his main base that was ridiculously huge with a giant fall pit, multiple levels. He had like the grid system of the mini bike. I think he had like 8 mini bikes underground that he drove to different areas, and he had set up like a way to where he could kind of like conserve what was on the map so he could reloot it again without praying that, you know, zombies don't break up as much stuff. When he'd go in, he'd like repair boxes and stuff, but he'd played so long that like he'd built these mega structures and bridges almost everywhere just for the heck of it. A lot of things you could do, and at that time the map Naviscan was a lot smaller than when they had added the bigger update. So it was really a fun watch, you know, with this guy. But as soon as that big update hit, he stopped, and I can understand why, because it pretty much did. It nullified that save, because at that time that was pretty much it. I mean, you could still keep playing. I showed you. I played on it. This guy have. I played on it, but it's still not. The map is still the same as when it began. So the new POI that they had added, and just the mechanics. No, you know, the traders. I don't believe the traders are in the world anymore. For Naviscan, definitely on Random Gen, same thing. You know, it's just you're gonna lack a lot of the content that they added to it. I think the only thing you really gained from playing that old map was gaining XP from the zombies from then on out. But yeah, he stopped playing around then. But holy crap, that dude non-stop played, and I enjoyed stopping in on his channel and watching. And he knew pretty much everything. I mean, he was a lot more in depth with it than I was, as far as like figured out the mechanics of everything, because I'd got like started over and over again, so I don't really, you know, I didn't really get to that kind of like end game where he'd maxed out every skill from the skill by doing. He had a mega like cotton farm for the tailoring and making the armor aspect to skill that up, and skill up the medical for the bandages and all that. There's a lot of setup for that. It's really good. Still like very usable content. And I don't think he got it saved either, because I don't think he ever uploaded it to YouTube, or at least not that I've seen. I should message him. It's been so long though. I feel like, you know, because I haven't been on PlayStation as much, but I see him playing from time to time, but not that. He's usually like, I notice him like playing Killing Floor, a lot of that kind of games, but not like the 7 Days and craziness that he used to do. So older guy too. I mean, he was a little bit older than I am. Check. I'm kind of actually curious what's on top here. If I remember correctly, I think there was something up there. I could be wrong. Damn it. Get up there. I knew it was like a skylight, but I thought there was maybe there was something up there, if I remember correctly. Got a bird nest or something. Let's see if I can do this. Got a nerd pole up there. There's bird nest. Okay. So, okay. So there's the air conditioner. So if I had a wrench, that would be worth it. And I guess it'd be get a little perch area to. Yeah, that's too much right there. Not too bad. Yeah, I think I remember putting like cobblestone frames around the sides one time, kind of get a little point of view. Could really just like overhead put like an overhang for the, I think it's the bees, right? The bees are still in this edition, if I remember correctly, on Horde Night. Alright, store that broken glass. Get these chairs. Maybe I can throw those into the forge. I think chairs in the forge burn. Oh, well, there's a ladder. Son of a bitch. Okay. I don't remember it. It's been a long time. I don't even think this particular cabin is in Alpha 21. Or if it is, they've changed it so much that it's not even close to this. I mean, it might be kind of close, but I don't know. Yeah. I'll pop this door open, but I am not going to hit that safe. Not now. I'll just pop this door open, get the iron from it. So the urge, the urge is there. You just want to break it open, It's in that safe. It's a pistol barrel and I don't know. Pistol barrel and nothing else. I feel like the tree stumps and sports bags give away more than safes do, but I could be wrong. Lucky Looter definitely changes that. I think though in safes you can definitely find some good stuff. Ooh, overflow here. Let's pick up some of that yucca. Oh, and corpses. I remember corpses on here are really good. In fact, I think they're even better than safes sometimes because in corpses you can find quite a bit of ammo and like high-end gun parts, like the Magnum parts and whatnot. I think safes they just have that one extra higher tier where it's like SMG, possibly SMG parts and sniper, and rocket launcher, which I never ever use. I mean, to this day, between console and regular or PC, I've completed. Look at this guy. I'm trying to get a bleed on him. God, I think that's better. I was going to stick with the club. Club pretty OP. I mean, so is Sledgehammer too, but. Mushroom spores, oh my god. See, now that's worthy. Oh shit. That's right. Oh man, I forgot to switch that. I think it's on default for... Wait, this is day 2 though, right? Yeah, I think I did. I think it was on... Did I leave it on day 1 day airdrop? Oh man. Oh man, that could be good. That could be good. I should change that though. The 1 day airdrops I remember were ridiculous. I mean, it's good. There's possibility of getting Beaker even better. They drop a lot of stuff in the airdrops. Good stuff, first aid kits, all that jazz, gun parts. But it gets a little ridiculous every day at noon running for those damn drops. So I'm going to have to change that. I don't know if it'll fuck anything up, but I might change it to I think this will go to 5 day. I think on console only goes from 3 to 7 or something like that. So maybe I'll set it back to 3. Every 3 days is fine. We'll grab that one though, and I'll have to remember to set that. It's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, I think if I'm correct, mushrooms grow better on tilled soil, but they grow even better underground. without sunlight. Like they grow faster, if I remember correctly. PC, it's different now. PC, I think you can just grow them anywhere, literally anywhere. You can grow them off of wood, or the side of the wall, and you're gonna get the same render, and the growth speed's gonna be the same, which is pretty OP. But on console, they're also pretty darn good. The nourishment factor of them is fantastic because they give water and food, if I remember correctly. So they're almost as OP as Yuka. Alright, this brings an end to episode 3, Survivors. And thank you for watching. Made quite a bit of good headway with the forge and all that. I'm pretty excited now for the next episode. But anyways, I'll catch you on the flip side, episode 4. Have a good one, everybody.